cheers, baby, with a heart. Cheers with a heart. Thank you.
I'm Lieutenant General Charles Otema Awany. I joined the army way back during the Revolution War in 1979 when I was a very young boy, teenage age. Reason being was, of course, as you know, that Uganda was being liberated from the dictator Idi Amin. And the trauma my parents went through, and out of where I come from, the Macholi, what happened, killing people anyhow, and more so the responsible people. And in our community, even when we were still schoolboys, we really know the terror of Idi Amin. I served from 79, then later I served under the UNLA up to 1985. I joined NRA, which I really enjoyed. Most of my life in the army was in the NRA, UPDF, under the command of our president, Yoweri Museveni, who has no boundary. I enjoyed working in the army, NRA, UPDF, no tribalism, care about how much what one can do. I sailed through the rank by that time. From UNLA, I was a lieutenant. I became a captain. After captain, I became a major. After major, I became a lieutenant colonel. Lieutenant colonel, I became a colonel. A colonel, I became a brigadier. A brigadier, I became a major general. I'm retiring rank of lieutenant general. And all this came out of hard work, committed, loving my country, and serving under a clear-headed commander-in-chief, which has kept this country peacefully for over 40 years. And that's why you can rise over the ranks, which has not been the history of this country. What we used to know when you join the army, your end result, either you die or you go to exile. That thing did not happen in this regime under the leadership of President Museveni. And when I go today, peacefully, and even not only that, allowing me to join, when I served in the previous army, joined another army which have been fighting with, serving very happily. It is something which I appeal to fellow Ugandans, that our president is a God-given for this country. And not only that, the training I've gone through from the rank of lieutenant, captain, as I've mentioned, I attained all the military training required. And not only me, the UPDF is a highly trained army now, well organized, combat ready. As you all do recall, we have served even up to now in the region, personally operated in Southern Sudan, I operated in DRC, I operated in Central Republic. Right now, some of my colleagues are still in Somalia and West Africa. Because of the training, the commitment, being ideological, clear army, because we believe in the ideology of our commander-in-chief, of the UPDF Code of Conduct, and even for the ruling party, because we serve the commander-in-chief with the chairman of the NRM, and as you see, the love Ugandans have for him, even we in the forces, we have love for him. And now, for us who are now aging, he has trained the young generations. The person I'm handing over to him is a young boy who once I also commanded him, and he has testified that he's so happy. He never dreamed of that he will take over from me. I'm handing over for him because he's capable. Our Chief of Defense Forces, very, very upright person, very organized. Within the short period, he took over command of UPDF. We have achieved a lot as the army. The welfare is up to date. We have been in Mama Ingia Pole. There's now a program of constructions every financial year. The army are getting new houses. He has finished building the headquarters of the UPDF, or Ministry of Defense. When you are here or in the city, you see a very big flag there. We have a state-of-the-art hospital, which was started, of course, by other his predecessor, but make sure that it is finished in time. And the discipline which he has instilled in the army, I want to tell Ugandans that as we all when we're going, the young one who have taken over the leadership, the command, they're able, because we have been with them, they have seen the way we are doing things, and they're up to task. As we go, we are comfortable that this country is in a safe hand.
Your Excellency, on behalf of the Chief of Defense Forces, I stand before you to present 19 general officers whom you approved to retire this year of our Lord 2026 under Batch 16.
Clap for those families. Thank you very much. Please take your seat. We are handing to you a well-disciplined and respected institution built through sacrifice. Please protect this legacy by upholding the patriotism, professionalism, integrity, and most importantly, respect to the civilian population. We have an umbilical cord which should never be broken between the UPDF and the civilian population. Please jealously guard that, and of course, loyalty to the Constitution.
Today marks the end of another chapter in our lives and the beginning of another one. We retire with pride, we retire with gratitude and unwavering loyalty to Uganda after the decades of service as you have heard. We sincerely thank you, Your Excellency, for your visionary leadership, sacrifice and steadfast commitment to transforming our country, Uganda. Many of us have had the privilege of serving under your command and witnessing our country's remarkable journey from insecurity and economic hardship to stability, peace, and development. We have witnessed your meticulous efforts transforming Uganda from the brink of being declared a failed state under the past leaders to the fast-growing economy on the continent of Africa. Your Excellency, your leadership has inspired confidence, has inspired resilience, and patriotism in all Ugandans. During the difficult years of the 1980s, when Uganda faced insurgencies and security threats, you demonstrated courage by strengthening the national institutions, more so the army, the UPDF. Your Excellency, you resisted calls for calling in external interventions in form of UN, which you normally call military tourism. You rejected that, and instead, through difficult reforms, including reduction in force of the armed forces, you entrusted those of us who remained in the force the responsibility of building a professional, disciplined, and modern military. And Your Excellency, I think Uganda should be proud of that that's what we have now. Your Excellency, a few people in this room may not know that by 1986, 87, 88, we were importing practically everything in this country, including bread from Kenya. If somebody was to be your friend and has crossed the border to Kenya, for you to understand that he was your friend, he would bring you an Ariot bread, he would bring you a Coca-Cola, he would bring you a Kimbo, and would bring you a Colgate. That's where we were by 1986-87. Your Excellency, what a remarkable recovery we are recording today. Your Excellency, we have transformed, we have guided and we have transformed this force to an army which used to have half uniform. The generals who are here and who are in the field, I think they remember the half uniform. Your Excellency, one day we had a very bad picture on the front page of one of the media, on the pages of the, I think it was New Vision by then, where a rebel commander, big rebel commander, had been killed in, I think it was in Patongo or Kalongo, around there, and he had a full uniform from Sudan, and then standing beside him was the soldiers who had done, the damage to him, who had killed and the soldiers were in half uniform. And then the headline went, "Who was the rebel?" That's where we have come from. Your Excellency, you have brought this army from an army which was performing national parade in gumboots. Gentlemen, do you remember the time when we had a gumboots parade and the boys decided to leave the gumboots on the parade ground? They kicked all the gumboots out of their feet, and by the time the parade went through, there was a heap of gumboots on the parade ground. That's where we have come from. But look at where we are today with this army.
My name is Major General Joseph Musoke Semwanga. I am now the Commander Reserve Force of the UPDF. I've just taken over the mantle of leadership of this service, having taken over from the outgoing Lieutenant General Charles Awani Otema. First of all, I want to thank the outgoing General Awani Otema for the very, very good work he has done for this service. He has done a lot of work to make sure that this service moves from one level to the other. And what he has done includes, but not limited to, training, building coordination centers, and making sure that our reservists and veterans as well are connected to developmental programs that are from the central government. I also want to congratulate him for having established regional and district coordination centers for our reservists. And these are very key in ensuring that these people have centers where they can get coordinated to government programs and where they can be easily mobilized, because the reserve force is one of those key components that has to take care of our homeland security. So I want to thank him very much for the good work he has done. I also want to thank the Commander-in-Chief of the UPDF and our President of this country for having entrusted me with this huge task of taking it up from where the Lieutenant General Otema has left off. I also want to thank the Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi, for the trust that he has put in me to ensure that I build on the foundation that has been left behind by Lieutenant General Otema. And I want to pledge my total commitment, loyalty, professionalism in ensuring that we take the reserve forces to the next level. I understand Lieutenant General Otema has left me a very good team of performers who I hope to work with very, very closely so that we build this very, very great service of our country. So I want to thank everybody, and I want to pledge our total commitment, our loyalty, our professionalism in ensuring that we take the reserve force to the next.